Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial using the Natasha Denona Sunset palette. I've decided to go ahead and just speed through the initial part of doing my makeup until I get to the eye portion. So here I'm just putting on some primer. It's by Dr. Brand Pores No More. Moving right along, I'm going to start using my foundation. I'm applying the Giorgio Armani Power Fabric. Just using my Morphe brush to go ahead and buff that out, get it all blended into the skin. Now I'm going to be using my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer to add some brightness to my under eye, the bridge of my nose, my forehead, my Cupid's bow, and the hollows of my cheeks. Going ahead and buffing that out using that same Morphe brush I used to do my foundation. Now I'm going to be using my Marc Jacobs Tantastic bronzer to go ahead and add some warmth to my face, just adding it to the hollows of the cheeks, down around the jawline, across the temple, and the hairline. Again, just to warm up my face some. Now I'm going to be going in with my Laura Mercier translucent powder. I'm using the powder puff to go ahead and apply some of this to right under my bronzing, on the top of the forehead, and just basically setting the rest of my face. I did go back and add a little bit more bronzer just to kind of brighten up my face just a little bit or add some warmth to it. Now I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer to prime my eyelids. I'll be doing my brows now using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow, and it's going to be in the shade Blonde. I'm using the number 12 Anastasia Beverly Hills brush. Just lining directly under the brow and then filling in the sparse areas of the brow. Side, using the same products and the same techniques. And once my eyebrows are all done, this will complete all the prep work, and then I'll go ahead and start doing my eyeshadow. Alright, so I've got my face all done, and now I'm going to be doing a tutorial on the Natasha Denona palette. And this is my first time using it. I'm not too sure what kind of look I'm going to do. I'm going to start off with the crease, and I think I'm going to go in with this pinkish color, which is Bermuda in the crease. I am going to be using my Sigma E40 blending brush. And I'm just going to pop it right there, center. Next, I think I'm going to go in with this orange color right here in the center, and that is Horizon. I'm going to use the same fluffy brush, the Sigma E40, and I'm just going to go ahead and put that in my crease. I don't really have like a predetermined look that I want to do. I'm just kind of taking a look at the palette and seeing what appeals to me. And I'm just barely putting my brush in there since it's so soft and pigmented. A little goes a long way. I'm leaning towards going into this reddish brown right here called Terra. And I think I'm just going to start putting that in the outer corner. Let's see what that looks like. And I'm going to be using my Luxie 231. It's a small tapered blending. Start just right there. Pick up a little bit more. And right now I'm just patting it, pressing it just towards the crease. And just dragging it through the crease. And I am pressing it up again to create that cat shaped eye. And I'm just darkening it up, pulling it through my crease. Then I'm actually going to go back in with my E40. And I'm going to pick up a little bit of that orange, because I feel like we're losing that a little bit. And just going to buff it out. And I'm going to go back into the original pink and just kind of mix it and blend it all back in together. Alright, I'm going to hop over to the other side and do the same thing. And initially I'm just literally just touching the brush to the powder because it's so pigmented and it's so rich that I don't want to pick up a ton. And I think I'm going to add a little bit of red into that outer corner, and it's going to be this red right here, Panjin. Again, I don't know why they have to pick hella hard by show names. Panjin? I don't know. It's probably like someone famous, something famous, who knows. I'm going to use my Sigma E30 pencil brush, and I'm just going to put it right in the outer corner, so I just have very, very little shadow on this brush. And I'm just going to literally just take it right on the very corner. And I'm just pressing it upward into the crease, and then just bringing it down a little bit. Brush I feel like is a little bit rough on my eyelid right there, but that could just be me. So I'm going to go back into the Luxie brush that I was using to do that orange, the red orange, and I didn't pick up any more product. I'm just kind of going through and blending out what's already there now that I have the red in there. And the next color that I'm leaning towards using this yellow in this palette because I really, really like it. I think it's super pretty. I don't know if I want to make that a crease color, so this is the yellow and it's called Soul. And I'm kind of leaning towards putting that all over my lid. And then I guess if I don't like it, I can cover it up with something else. So for that, I'm going to need a flat shader. I think this might be too puffy. Alright, so I'm going to use this ColourPop shader. It's a little bit fluffy, but it's definitely tapered. So hopefully that does what I want it to do. I'm picking up just very little product. I don't have anything on it, no Fix Plus, nothing like that. And I'm just going to press it on. Side, and then I'll make a decision if I want to add like a glitter, one of these shimmer shadows over it, or if I'm going to try some Fix Plus with the yellow. So I'm going to go back into my crease, and I'm going to take the Luxie small tapered brush. I am going to pick up a little bit more of that reddish brown Terra color, just a little tiny bit, and I'm just going to take it a little bit above where I've put the red, just right there, and I'm just going to bring it all the way into the crease. Do the same thing on this side. I'm going to add a little bit of shimmer to my brow bone. I'm just going to use a Morphe M412. It's a pointed like blending brush. I don't think it matters. And I'm going to pick up, it's called Ice Gold, and it's going to be this shadow right here. Super, super white, super glary. And I just have a little tiny bit on my brush, and I'm just going to start just popping that in right there. And I'm just going to kind of blend it. I feel like I want to add a little bit more of the red. I think I'm going to add a little bit of Fix Plus to the yellow and put some more on my lid and see how I feel about that. And then decide if I want to add a little bit of gold or shimmer over it. You know, maybe I'll just add a little bit with my finger. Let's see, just a little tiny bit. Okay. I'm not sure how well you can see that on camera, but I just added a little tiny bit of the gold shimmer, and it is this one, Sundays. And I just took a little bit on my finger and just went ahead and patted it on the eye. I wasn't super careful with it. I just kind of, my main focus was just on the lid, but if it got onto those other colors, I'm fine with that. And then I'm just gonna go back over and just blend a little bit more. Just want to make sure it's not unblended or super harsh looking. Right. Alright, I'm going to apply eyeliner and I'll be right back. Alright, now I've got the eyeliner on and I did my wing. I pretty much wear a wing like 95% of the time I wear eyeliner. And I am going to add a little bit of that ice gold into my inner corner now. For that, I'm just going to use my Sigma E30 pencil and just place it just right in the inner corner. It's not really giving me as much pop as I would like. I may go back and change that. Alright, so I am going to apply lashes. I'm going to be using the Ardell Wispies, and I am going to be using my House of Lashes Lash Glue. I'm going to attempt to do it on camera. So basically I'm just applying some glue to the band here. I was thinking about doing a tutorial on how to do just straight up eyeliner, wing liner, like in the waterline, just like an in-depth overall, like how to do eyeliner and apply lashes. If that's something that you think that you want to see or be interested in, let me know in the comments below, because feeling like sometimes, I know when I was first starting out doing makeup and like watching YouTube, I oftentimes looked at all the stuff these girls did and thought, there's no way I can do that. And you can. You definitely can. I want to do like a full face one on foundations, concealers, BB creams, talking about what each thing is and what its purpose is, and just kind of more like an informational type tutorial or just like a chat, because I know that for a long time I struggled with what is a BB cream and do I need to use it? Should I be using it? Like, where does that fit in my routine? Or a CC cream, or they've got all these different things that I feel like unless you're constantly in the mix of the makeup world, you don't really know what they are, or at least I know I didn't. So definitely gonna be putting that together, so keep an eye out for that soon. All right, so the lashes had enough time to set, so I'm just gonna go ahead and place it on my eye. And I'm just kind of just pressing it together with my actual lashes just so it stays. And just making sure that it's adhering to my lash there, my lash line. You want to get it as close as you can, if possible. You don't have to have fancy tools or anything like that. I do use tweezers, which helps just a little bit, especially if you have longer nails. Sometimes it's hard to get in there and like not poke yourself in the eye. So there's one. I'm gonna wait for that to dry and put on the second. And another thing too, if you're wearing eyeliner, black eyeliner, you can always go over the band if there's parts of it that you can see. You can go over the band, that whole area with your eyeliner. For today, I use the e.l.f. liquid liner. Honestly, this is one of the best liquid liners I've ever used, and it's super cheap. I think it might be $2. We're talking 3 at the max. So that's definitely really, really affordable, which is especially nice if you just want to test it out, try it out, see if you like it. You're not wasting, $20 on a Kat Von D liquid eyeliner versus, that $3 e.l.f. liner. You could feel a little bit better about not liking it then. All right, so should be tacky enough by now. And again, I'm gonna do the same thing. Hopefully you're able to tell what I'm doing. It's a little bit harder on this side. And I don't have any mascara or anything on my actual lashes. Sometimes I find it a little bit more difficult to apply the falsies once you've put on regular mascara because your eyelashes are already kind of curled up and they have stuff on them. And so when you go to put on the lashes, you have to really put them at an angle, and I feel like sometimes it gets a little bit messy. So really it just depends on my mood, I guess, as to whether I'm going to put mascara on first. So I'm just kind of waiting for those to dry, just cleaning up my eyebrows a little bit. All right, so while those are drying, I am going to apply some blush. I think I'm going to go with the MAC. I think I'm going to go with maybe Peaceful. Let's see how it goes. And this is by Tarte. And seriously, I have been loving this Pixie strobe and light brush. It picks up a fair amount of product. Like that's just like one tap into the pan, and I've got a ton on there already. So I like that. And I'm just kind of patting it in first, and then I'll go ahead and swirl it. I was watching Wayne Goss's tutorial on bronzers and contours, and that's what he was recommending doing, was basically patting it in place first, and then he never really said that you should sweep it. Basically he was saying that it kind of moves your foundation around, so I'm testing out doing it that way and seeing if I like it better. And today was the second time I did the like the pressing it in technique, and I like it so far. I feel like it does look a little bit more natural, so I'm definitely liking that. All right, so now I am going to apply my mascara, and today I'm going to be using the Bare Minerals Lash Domination. And I think I'm just going to leave my under eye blank. applying mascara. Kind of boring, but is what it is. Alright, so that's the eye look. And I like it. I think that these colors are really, really pretty, and I think no matter your eye color, there's definitely going to make your eyes pop with some of these richer tones like reds and browns and the bright yellow. Like, it just creates that really pretty like contrast. Um, I I love it. Like I said before in my swatch and review of the Natasha Denona palette, Jesus, my life together, that this was my first Natasha Denona product, and I'm pretty impressed. I mean, I'm glad that it's as good as it is, especially because it is beyond expensive. It's probably the most expensive eyeshadow palette I've ever purchased, but I figured why not? Gotta try everything, right? Got some Wet n Wild products and some new NYX products when I was at the drugstore the other day. They're having a pretty good sale at CVS. It's like buy one, get one half off. So why not? And let's see, this is gonna be the NYX lip primer. And let's see. It just is, it's completely like sheer. All right, so we'll see how it goes. I was watching Nikki Tutorials, and she was doing a review of the Cocoa collection by Kylie, and she was in between lip swatching. She was using foundation to basically coat her lips so you can't see any of her original lip color. So I thought I'd give it a try. This kind of has an orange tone to it. It's called Flame of the Game. Why not? Try this. Or I could go red. I'm gonna go with orange. Let's just see. I'm not really a huge fan of orange toned lipstick, but I wore one the other day by ColourPop called, I think it's Mama, maybe. And it was a really, really pretty orange color. I guess worst case scenario, I could just wipe it off if I don't like this. And this is the Liquid Catsuit by Wet n Wild. And I tried a couple of these, and I think they're like $5. And honestly, the formula is really good. My mouth on the inside. Yeah, I might. So I think the only thing I have left to do is the highlight, and for that I am going to use, I said that with such conviction, and now I'm looking at it thinking, maybe not. You know what, I'm going to be using a fan brush by So Susan. I think this came in one of my Fit Fab Fun boxes. this will be my first time using this. And then I'm going to be using this highlight by MAC, and it's going to be Whisper of Guilt. I'm just going like that. And then I'm just going to take it across the tops of my cheeks. And just bring it up through the temple. Kind of subtle. I think it might be the brush that's not picking up a ton of product. And I think the lipstick was a pretty good match. Good. Alright, well, I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial using the Natasha Denona palette. I do plan on doing several more looks with this particular palette. Today I also picked up the Lorac Pirates of the Caribbean the eyeshadow, and then the cheek palette. And I also bought the Beauty and the Beast collab on the Rocks website earlier today. I may have a makeup buying problem, but what can I say? I just had to. It was so cute. So there will be tutorials on those coming up. And then again, if you want to see a tutorial on how to do your eyeliner, how to do false lashes, I'm definitely going to come out with like an informational, what is all this stuff we put on our faces every day type thing. So don't forget to subscribe. It's super important that you subscribe. So if you are watching this and you're not subscribed, please, please, please subscribe, please. And not to push it, but if you could also click the little bell to get notifications when I post new videos, that would be super awesome too. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, hit the bell. Thank you so much for watching.